First, I want to congratulate Assemblywoman Celeste Riley for being here today and for her sponsorship of this bill, along with her colleague, Assemblyman John Berzicelli, and of course, Senator Sweeney would like to have been here, but he couldn't get here today. He sponsored it on the Senate side along with Diane Allen. I want to thank all four of them for making sure that we close what looks to be a loophole in the law. I think if you drive down the road and you get behind a school bus, you automatically, or at least I do, automatically stop when the lights come on. But I bet you didn't know that if you have a developmentally disabled person, there's no law that requires the bus driver to turn the lights on. It's kind of a common sense law. It closes a loophole in the statute that I think needed to be closed. So I want to thank the Assemblywoman, especially for coming to Trenton today, and the senators for closing that loophole. It does really three things. It protects the developmentally disabled person who's on that bus. That's kind of an obvious thing. It's like a light law helps the child on a school bus. The light law now helps the developmentally disabled person on that bus. It guarantees people are going to stop 25 yards behind them. It guarantees that the lights are going to go on if your son or daughter gets on that bus. So it helps the children. It helps the parents, because myself as a parent, when I put my son on a school bus, I want to be sure they're safe. The parent of a developmentally disabled person wants to know when they put their son or daughter on a bus that they're going to be as safe as we can make them safe. Not only getting on the bus and riding on the bus, but also traveling on the bus and getting off the bus. And then, of course, it's common sense. It's not going to cost any money to turn the lights on. Those lights are already on the school bus. It really is pretty amazing to me that we didn't automatically turn the lights on when we had a vulnerable person sitting on the bus already. So it is good for public safety on all costs. It's good common sense legislation. It is a fabulous opportunity for us to highlight the need to protect the most vulnerable in New Jersey. It clears up an area of the law that might have been unclear. Turn the lights on. And when you see the lights turned on, stop. And stay stopped until you see somebody get off that bus and get to an area of safety, no matter who that person is, whether it's a child or somebody who's disabled. Someone who gets off that bus should be secure and safe, and the parents should know that that person is secure and safe when he gets on that bus. So I want to congratulate the legislature for closing a loophole, for clearing up the law, and thank the Assemblyman and Senator Sweeney especially for calling it to the governor's attention. On behalf of the governor and me as acting governor, I was proud to sign this legislation into law. And I'd like to turn over the podium right now to Senator. She doesn't want to do that.
I really don't.
To Commissioner Velez.
Thank you, Acting Governor Guadagno. Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to join the acting governor today as she just signed into law this very common sense measure to protect people with developmental disabilities. And I'm also very happy to see our DD community come together, not only to support this legislation, and you're all so supportive, I know, but to add your voice in changing the law. And I've said so often to so many of you that changing the law can be so powerful, and we've seen this firsthand. Nearly 2 years ago, we all remember, I think so well, crystal clear, August 2010, our DD community came together to celebrate a very significant change championed by so many of you, and that was to eliminate the R word from our statutes and from our state regulations. And eliminating such hurtful language was something to acknowledge and to celebrate, and boy, we did. And it was truly an extraordinary moment when the governor signed that bill. That one change professed our deep and abiding respect for all citizens with developmental disabilities. That change in the law was really powerful. And then in October 2010, the governor signed the abuser registry, which marked a really significant change in how we're able to protect people with developmental disabilities who are so vulnerable. So today we have 11 people on that registry, permanently barred from working in the field, and the decisions regarding several more individuals are currently pending. So it's safe to say that that change in the law has also been very powerful. And so today we take another step to protect people with developmental disabilities, particularly individuals who are living in the community and using transportation to go about their daily lives like so many of us do. And what a wonderful thing that is. Legislative leadership and support is, of course, critical. The Senate and the Assembly sponsors of this bill have expressed time and again their commitment to protect vulnerable populations, which we so appreciate. Senator Sweeney, in particular, has been professionally and personally committed to making the changes that are necessary to ensure that the DD community is protected and respected. And the governor shares that commitment and expresses it very often. Our DD community is acutely aware that protecting and respecting individuals has been championed by Governor Christie, Lieutenant Governor Guadagno, and this entire administration. And I can tell you I feel the support of other cabinet members in the work that I do, which so often crosses into other departments. And that message comes straight from the boss. So I know I speak today for our DD community when I express our sincere appreciation to the acting governor for signing this legislation today and to the legislative sponsors. Thank you very much.